Hello and welcome to a new edition of Africa Today, and we review today some reports from Egypt and the African continent. Slovenia Foreign Minister Badr Abdel said that the Security Council cannot be reformed without the voice of the Global South, stressing Cairo's position in support of the African Union's demands of 4 seats in the Security Council. He was speaking in Slovenia in a panel discussion part of the Bled Forum on Global Governance. More in the coming report.
Foreign Minister Badr Abdel took part in the 20th round of the Bled Strategic Forum in Slovenia on Tuesday. In a panel discussion under the title Reviving Leadership and Pluralism at a Time of Conflict Fragmentation, Abdel said revitalizing multilateralism draws the need for reforming the Security Council and global bodies. He said the global public opinion no more believes in international bodies, which is extremely dangerous. He warned against double standards by the West, saying that for Ukraine, the West talks about occupation, while for Gaza and the Middle East, global powers shamefully accepts events. He also said that the Security Council cannot be reformed without the voice of the Global South, stressing Cairo's position in support of the African Union's demands of 4 seats in the Security Council. He also said Cairo perceives BRICS mainly as an economic group. Abdel also stressed Cairo's position against polarization. The session, which brought together a number of foreign ministers, tackled means of boosting global leadership and re-establishing a multilateral global system. The 2-day forum in the Slovenian city of Bild is a global platform for the exchange of ideas and views on contemporary society and its future.
And to shed more light on the importance of Egypt's participation in the Bled Strategic Forum, we are joined over the phone by Mr. Rahman, journalist. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, good afternoon to you. Hello to you and to the dear viewers.
So, Mr. Amr, how do you weigh the importance of Egyptian participating in the Bled Strategic Forum?
I believe this is a very important step to our diplomacy.
Yes.
To strengthen ties with other countries that share the same interests, which mean, or which is a part of our own national security and the continental security, as well as uniting visions towards the most important files that are already on the table right now.
Yes. So, Mr. Amr, in the midst of growing international challenges and developments, how do you see the need for new approaches and reforms to international bodies?
I believe throughout the changes, dramatic changes that the whole world is going through right now, and as well as we should be adapting. We are in the middle of a huge change around the world. That means we should stick to our own roots, our own visions, our own strategies, united strategies with the friendly and brotherhood countries, the brothers in the same interests. And I believe that we are already, throughout the past year's efforts paid by the leadership in Egypt, we have accomplished a lot. But still we have too many challenges and too many scores to achieve. All, of course, with with uniting visions and efforts with the friendly and close countries that share the same point of views.
And how would you comment on Africa's stand to have 4 seats in the Security Council, a position of which Cairo strongly backs?
Well, this is an aiming high target, but we can still go for it, and it means a lot to our own national security as a continent to defend our own rights, especially that all of the powers in the Security Council, most of them, they have colonialism history in our continent. So I believe it's time for Africa to rise and to have its own role internationally and to be heard and situations and declarations coming from Africa should be taking place on the table of those who make or decide what's good for this earth, for the human being, for humanity, and all over the world. I believe this is a very important step, but it's still, of course, it takes a long time and a great effort and great pressures, of course, especially that we have here in this continent, we have almost half of the fortunes and the treasures of the world, whether raw materials, whether gold, whether petroleum, whether uranium, whether diamond. We have those sources of fortune that the greeds of the colonialism were targeting for centuries. I believe this is the time of expressing the sound of sovereignty for this continent to have its own seat in this Security Council.
So Abdel also said that the Security Council cannot be reformed without the voice of the global South. How do you read the statement?
Well, the global South is the other half of the world, and so and according to some historical map, this is the north of the world, I might add. But of course, we need to deal with reality and with the fact. The fact is saying that the decision is made in the north, especially in the west, and that's why we need for the south to be heard, to be a part of making the decision, the crucial decision, especially that most of the conflicts are going around in this part of the world, and most of the greed, most of the we all witness how many crises are being cultivated or created all over the southern countries and the third world countries. Well, of course, we need for the South, for the third world to be heard and to be a part of making decisions.
So, sir, when asked about the BRICS group during the panel discussion in the Bled Forum, Abdel said Cairo perceives BRICS as mainly an economic bloc and is firmly against polarization. How do you read the statement?
Well, this is a very balanced statement. We are really against polarization, but in the meantime, we need to have our own sources of power, whether with the East or with the West. Those are the two wings that carry our own diplomacy, our own successful economy, and of course the decisions made politically, that especially those who that concerns our own national security. So I believe it's a matter of life, it's a matter of existence, it's a battle of existence to rebel against the domination of the dollar, the domination of the Western organizations, financial organizations, to rebel against the domination of the what they call it capitalism in this world. It's a matter of balance. It should be taken in consideration, and this is Egypt has taken the lead in forming. By the way, Egypt, without Egypt's revolution in June 30, we would never heard about the BRICS. Egypt has taken the lead of this change in this world, and with BRICS and other protocols, we can unite our visions against the domination and the influence of the colonialism, and what I'm talking about financially. That domination should be stopped and should be fought and should be, because that means our own sovereignty, that means our own decision, freedom of decision, whether domestically or internationally.
So, Foreign Minister Abdel also spoke during the panel discussion about double standards by the West, comparing their stance regarding Ukraine with that of Gaza and the region. How do you see the global public opinion as a drive for international bodies and leaders to start changing their policies?
This is exactly a consequence. This is one of the huge consequences of this monopolization, of this domination of the Western vision, whether economically, whether throughout the media, that we have all of the strongest media in the whole world, and the most influenced media that control the minds of the peoples around the world. And of course it means that double talk, that double vision about two crises, they are taking the side of Ukraine, ignoring the rights from the Russian rights in the Crimea and the Donbass. On the other hand, or on the opposite way, they see it other way against the Arabic rights. We have our own claims, our own rights in the Arabic occupied land, but despite all those rights, legitimate rights, historical rights that goes all the way back to more than 10,000 years, we only take the side of the assault, taking the side of the criminal, the brutal unit existence against the Arabs. So this is a vision that is taking only one side of the truth, against the real truth and the whole truth.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Abdel Rahman, journalist. Thank you, sir, for being with us. And back to our reports from the African continent and from Darfur. A landslide has wiped up a Sudanese village, killing at least 1,000 people. The armed group that controls the area reported the incident. Details in the coming report.
At least 1,000 people were killed in a landslide that destroyed a village in the mountainous Jebel Merah area in the Darfur region of Sudan, leaving only one survivor. The statement was made by the army group that controls the area on Tuesday. The landslide struck Tarsin village on August 31. After a week of heavy rainfall, the Sudan Liberation Movement army led by Abdel Mohammed Noor said in a statement, SLMA, which has long controlled and governed an autonomous portion of Jebel Merah, appealed to the UN and international aid agencies to help recover the bodies of victims, including men, women and children. The statement said Tarsin, famed for its citrus production, has now been completely leveled to the ground. The SLMA has remained neutral in the battle between the main enemies in Sudan's civil war, the Sudanese army and the paramilitary rapid support forces. The two foes are fighting over control of Al-Fashir, nearby capital of North Darfur State, which is under siege from the RSF and has suffered famine. Residents of Al-Fashir and nearby areas have sought shelter in Jebel Merah, though food, shelter and medical supplies are insufficient and hundreds of thousands have been exposed to the rains. Tawila, where most have arrived, is in the throes of a cholera outbreak. The two-year civil war has left more than half of the Sudanese facing crisis levels of hunger and driven millions from their homes, leaving them especially exposed to Sudan's damaging yearly floods.
And Egypt was ranked at the 24th globally as top travel destination for 2025. The ranking that was released by the American magazine CEO World was based on the opinions of more than 295,000 participants, marking the highest level of engagement in the magazine's history. Details in the coming report.
The Egyptian Cabinet's Information and Decision Support Center IDSC highlighted the latest global travel ranking released by the American magazine CEO World, which evaluated the best countries to visit in 2025. The ranking was based on the opinions of more than 295,000 participants, marking the highest level of engagement in the magazine's history. The list included 67 diverse destinations around the world. According to the report, Egypt secured 24th place globally among the world's best travel destinations for 2025, earning a score of 54.63 points. Regionally, Egypt ranked second in the Arab world after the United Arab Emirates and second in Africa following South Africa. The top spot went to Thailand, which scored 72.15 points. The magazine praised Thailand for its wide variety of travel experiences, from delicious cuisine and vibrant arts and culture to outstanding shopping options, scenic rivers and canals, and bustling night markets. Greece claimed the second place with 67.22 points, recognized for its diverse architectural style and island offerings that suit different types of travelers. Egypt's position among the top 25 global destinations underscores its growing appeal as a leading hub for cultural tourism, historical exploration, and unique travel experiences, strengthening its role as one of the most attractive tourist destinations worldwide.
And by that, dear viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of Africa Today. Thank you for watching.